The Lakers up against the Warriors in the play-in tournament, but now the Lakers advance to the NBA playoffs as they beat the Warriors 103-100 at Staples Center. Scores at halftime were 42-55, and the Lakers were down by 13. Before we get into any play performances, before we get into any stats for this game, let's go into that fourth quarter. Now, Draymond Green poked LeBron James in the eye accidentally. LJ knocked down a couple free throws from the line. He went to the bench, got a bit of treatment, got a few eye drops, and he played on throughout the rest of that fourth quarter, which was great to see. Now, his vision was a bit blurry, but he kept fighting for the rest of the game. KCP, with a minute to go, scores were tied up 100 apiece. KCP had about 2-3 Warriors players around him. He gives it off to LeBron James, who is 34 feet away from the hoop. And LeBron James, he's on the Staples Center logo, right on the E, just before that R. And he knocks down the three just before the shot clock expires. And gee, what a shot by the King. First of all, he had that blurry vision, so to knock it down with that. Second of all, to have that control on your shot, because the pass from KCP, it was hard, it was sharp, and LeBron James, he didn't have much time to get kind of have a good control on the ball and put it up, but he pulled the shot off, and it was on Stephen Curry. Third of all, my point for this shot was just the sassiness and banter from the King to Curry. Curry was guarding him, of course, on that three. And LeBron James just points to his own eye and goes, "Mate, with blurred vision, I still got the three, mate," from the Staples Center logo. So, it was great to see. I was on the edge of my seat for that shot. And the King pulls his team over the line once again. Now getting into the player performances, we'll start off with the King. He got a triple-double, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, and 22 points. So well done to LeBron James. Anthony Davis, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 25 points. Now, in the first half, he was a bit quiet, AD. 3 of those 12 rebounds in the first half. 5 of those 25 points in the first half. So we all saw that AD made his presence being felt, mainly in that second half. He was getting to the rim more. Points in the paint was great from him, and he also knocked down a three, which was great to see. So much more dominant performance from him in that third and fourth quarter. Alex Caruso was the main player who stood out to me. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 14 points for Caruso. 12 of those 14 in the first half. It wasn't just on the offensive end where what I loved seeing from him. It was mainly on the defensive end, and it was mainly when he was guarding Stephen Curry, just to put that pressure on Curry, to make him step back and take a deep three and maybe miss it or give it off to someone else, and just to put that pressure and to close him down. It was great to see, because then you saw Caruso went to the bench and Curry was still on the court. Schroeder guarded Curry, and Curry just walked around Schroeder like it was nothing. Well, Curry just stepped back and took a three and knocked it down. So well done to Caruso, and I look forward to seeing a lot more from him during the playoffs. Dennis Schroeder, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 12 points. Don't get me wrong, Schroeder was a bit rusty, but he sure did pull off some tough, hard shots, which was great to see. For the Warriors, they had Curry, who got 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 37 points, 15 of those 37 in the first half. Andrew Wiggins finished up with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 21 points. And Draymond Green, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 points. I wanted to see a bit more from Draymond Green points-wise. Obviously, he just got 2, so I would have liked to see a bit more from him. You look at the rebounds in this game, we just out-rebounded them 49-46. We out-assisted them 27-19. The turnovers, we had 11. The Warriors had 20. So the Lakers just keeping those 11 turnovers. Yes, it's still over 10, but our defense saved us in this game, and it saved us in that second half. Because you look at the first half, and it was loose. The Warriors were just running rings around us, whether they wanted to play it in the paint, whether they wanted to swing it out to players like Steph Curry to knock down a three. But then in the second half, we tightened up our defense. We were guarding players more closely. We were putting pressure on the Warriors in the last half of that third quarter and throughout that fourth. And it was brilliant, because once they were forced to put up hard shots, or once they slipped up, we counted on the other end and made them pay. So great performance by the Lakers in that second half. Now, the Lakers, we're into round one for the playoffs, of course. We're up against the Phoenix Suns on Monday, the 24th of May at 5:30 a.m. That's our first game of round one. We're at the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, let's get the win. Let's make that statement in the first game. For the Warriors, their finals hopes are still alive. They'll play the Memphis Grizzlies on Saturday, at 11 a.m. They're still in the play-in tournament, of course, so all the best to the Warriors in that game. May the best team win. For the Lakers, let's keep going, and hopefully we can get that championship at the end of it. Go, Lakers! Guys, if you like that recap and you want to see more of my content, remember to hit that thumbs up, like, comment, and hit that red button down there that says subscribe. Much appreciated. For more content, follow me on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page.